Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. We are here for a Saturday night clash, and it just doesn't get much more thrilling than this one on EA Sports College Football. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Indiana's offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Takes the handoff. It's Richard. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So the USC Trojans offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air, it's Mayava. Got a man, it's Bowman. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Selling the fake. He's going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop. Hits inside. It's Richard. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Moving the pocket, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Williams open on the right side. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st. Caught. Still running at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his...
Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Into the end zone with a breakaway score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Straight ahead, it's Richard. Past the 6. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like, the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Still looking to his right. Right side, it's Barker on the stop.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? And I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make two in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
On the direct snap, it's Tucker. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your own line, I say go for it every time.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Becker. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out wide right, it's Richard. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. Now the toss. Touchdown, Hoosiers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
From the gun, it's Jordan. Breaks the tackle. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Another incompletion on third down. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, though.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt him. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive. Blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Finds his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Keeping his eyes downfield. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
The Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moves the pocket. It's Hoover. Out wide left, it's Marsh. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout taken by the Hoosiers. They cannot stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Hoosiers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Sells to run, looking to pass. Buying time to his right. Fires into the end zone. Picked off. What a play by this defense. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Hoosiers will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. Snags it and he's open. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and make big plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Pulled to the ground.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the... They get through and it's blocked. That's a live ball and the defense has it. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown Hoosiers. With that, they grab the lead. Second half. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Running inside, it's Jordan. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Off play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the air, it's Hoover. Rush is on. Right side, it's Becker. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Hoosiers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. The run inside. It's Richard. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Run in the red zone, it's Beebe. And he's in, pounding his way in for a score. Touchdown, Indiana! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quick give, it's Miller. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air, it's Mayava. Turns it upfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short as teams want to make their move in the rankings. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Cuts it upfield. It's Jordan. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. And that one's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking for a big play. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they've gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. Trying to establish the run. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Short throw to the sideline complete, and he'll pick up the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Hits inside, it's Jordan. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Miller. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Richard. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first down. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
To the ground. He's got it again.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Hoosiers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The fake and wants to throw. Out wide right, it's Barker. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the 4th. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as possible.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stopped just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Well, the offense got themselves in a bad position to start, but a nice change up there, handing it off and getting a lot of the yardage back, David, now to set up 3rd and at least a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, and when it's 3rd and forever like that, I'm thinking pass. So great job slipping the run in there. Running back now putting them in a better position. But defensively, I still got them in 3rd and long, still in a good situation here.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Breaks into the open. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Mayava. In traffic, it's Anderson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. From the gun, it's Richard. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Handoff again. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
3rd and long right here. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires downfield. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And that is a frustrating...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Snapped on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to throw, it's Mayava. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And he's going to go down as time has run out. How much fun was I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams.